Nothing happened when you were gone. Don't worry about it.
Yes, my computer is. There is something major running in the background, and I don't know what it is.
Well, I was over there the other day, bud. You should have just been like, "Hey, take a look at my computer while you're here."
It just started
Oh,
tonight.
well,
Yeah.
I got it.
I was trying to clean up my desktop computer, deleted a bunch of apps for bloatware, and I'm wondering what Lenovo bloatware I could delete safely, and I don't know.
I'm
I tried
sticking
doing
around
it, but I didn't get a loop.
I'm sticking around for just a second, because I did want to put that. I want to say some things, real quick. Just that I love you guys.
We love you too, Scott.
That's it. That's all I
Hey,
really
like
wanted
one of
to
my
say.
kids.
What'd you do?
Definitely.
I didn't. Well,
Am I going to have to shampoo the carpet again?
I'm just not going to get into it. To a whole crazy extent, but just especially because it's very public, a public setting and stuff. But just that I got a really, I'll be honest, I got a really bad feeling about tomorrow.
It ain't gonna be that bad.
I
Hey,
know.
Willow, thanks
Yeah,
for following us over.
Me and I was talking to Joe. You know Terry. You know Terry. A bigger girl used to hang out with Sarah Martin and them, and she would go to the cons and stuff like that. You've met her. I know you've met her.
Probably.
She because she's been at Halocon and stuff. So I know you've met her. I was talking with her about it earlier.
However,
we were discussing the fact that she was very worried about me, and I said, I'm pretty sure I'm just overreacting, but at the same exact time, I've got to trust my gut, and my gut right this second is telling me to, just in case, go ahead and make your goodbyes.
nah.
That's how worried I am about tomorrow. So I just want to let you guys know that I love y'all, and I'm not a very religious person.
Yeah.
But if you
Scott,
are, pray.
If things go bad, you'll be out 5 years at tops.
That's not what I'm worried about. That's really, Joe, I wouldn't be saying this if that's what I was worried about. I'm more worried about this is the last time we're ever going to speak.
No.
That's what I'm worried about. Because I don't know. People are crazy. People are crazy.
You'll be fine.
That's all I'm going to say about that. And what I was telling people earlier was that there's never, and this is the one thing that I want to say why I'm saying it on the after show, why I'm making this discussion public. Y'all, it's never early enough to tell people how much they mean to you and how much you care about them. And I care about y'all.
All right.
So just in case something happens, I want y'all to know that. Okay? And just understand that, like,
Lindsay and I both love you very much.
Thank you. I don't.
Our children.
It's again. I think I'm just overreacting, but I don't know. I don't know. I think this guy overreacted one time and it didn't go so hot. So I'm thinking that, like, well, the next time he overreacts, it might be worse. That's all I'm thinking. So I hope everything's to turn out all right. If it does, y'all will be the first people to know because I will be posting on Facebook. Everything's okay, and I'll be letting everybody know. But
all right,
went through my head, and I'm serious about this. It's never too late to tell people that you love them, and that's the last thing I'm going to say.
All right.
I really truly believe that, guys, because you never know. You never know what's gonna happen.
Hey,
All right.
You can't determine tomorrow. Uh, and to make sure that this isn't on a downer note,
Scrub House Video Club at 9 o'clock tomorrow, or is it 10?
that's not the it's the tomorrow we do our video show,
Yeah,
which
the
is
video show
only available on our Discord. So you have to
on the
join our
Discord
Discord.
channel. Yes.
But our live
yeah,
show that we
it's on
broadcast
Sundays.
is going to be on Sundays. It's going to be this Sunday at what time do we do the 8 p.m.? I think it's 8 p.m. I specifically chose a time that
eight.
wouldn't yeah.
Last one was at 8.
I specifically chose a time that wouldn't interfere with other people who do shows on Sundays, because I know we have Rising Tide has a show on Sunday. There's a few other people that do shows on Sunday, so I picked 8 p.m. specifically, which is a little early for both me and Audrey. We're like, 8 p.m.'s really early, but I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to interrupt all these other people, and it's directly after another show, and just I thought that would be a good time.
Yeah, I've got to say, Scrub House Video is one of the best things to do. I love to sit and watch, and occasionally it's not something I'm expert enough on films to be able to be on.
Okay.
And anytime that I make a remark that is worthwhile, I'm surprised and
literally everything that you've said. That's the thing, Dan. That's why you and me get along so well. We're on the same wavelength when it comes to movies. So it's whenever you bring up a movie, me and Audrey are both like, oh wow, you know about that? Because we really do kind of feel like we're the only people that know about these films. That's why whenever we're talking about it, when we find
it's so much wider than mine. I mean, I've got intense background in a narrow field of stuff, and y'all have the wider horizons.
On the same token, that's why it's the exact. I have the exact opposite situation with a lot of the people that I know. When somebody I talk to knows about a book I've read, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And finding out that in the sci-fi community, a lot of the books that I've read are just kind of like, that's common parlance. You aren't even scratching the surface, you know. As before, when I was a kid, it'd be like, hey, you read Highline, you've read like Burroughs and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, like that's shocking to me. But when I go to a sci-fi con and I'm like, yeah, I read this one Timothy Zahn book, they're like, we've read all the Timothy Zahn books. You're nobody special. I'm like, this is weird. I'm among my people. But they know so much more than I do, and they get to introduce me to cool new things, you know? So yeah, Dan, that's why that's why I feel like you're a great part of our little small community. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate
All right.
it.
Good night, Scott.
You, Joe, and Dan both, and no matter what happens tomorrow, doesn't matter. Saturday is the big day for me, guys. Because Saturday is the day I'm moving into my new place. I'm gonna be. Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna be this much closer to Joe Dog, but what I mean by that is that I'm gonna be this close to Joe Dog. He's gonna be down the street. I'm gonna be able to come over every afternoon and bother him personally. So y'all remember that the bribes start at $25 and they go up from there.
And remember, I will turn the dog loose on your ass.
Oh God, no!
So
not the vicious
wear boots
horde.
of ankle protection.
Well, I mean, I went over to
if you wear stilts or stacks, you'll be immune.
I went to go see Joe the other day, and Donna opened up the door, and one of the dogs ran out. It was just like hugging on me and stuff. And it was the most adorable, vicious attack I've ever had in my life. Like the dog, couldn't possibly have hurt me. So sweet. Such a sweet. All the dogs, they're annoying and loud and yappy, but they're all sweet and kind, and you just want to play with them all day. So.
No, what's going to happen is I'll turn them loose and you'll trip over and fall and break your damn neck.
That's true. Oh, man.
That's the biggest tension they
All right.
Once I get moved in, though. Hey, once I get moved in, Joe, you're going to have to come over for the housewarming party, which will probably just be me, you, and Street Money.
All right.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night,
Willow. Good night, Skunk. Good night, Willow. Oh. And thank you for the big heart, Willow. We appreciate that. We appreciate the likes and the love. Yeah, you have a great night. You have a safe trip to work in the morning.
Definitely.
Guys, what a night!
I don't think it's going to get cold enough for me to be nice.
We don't know. We don't know what it's going to be around here tomorrow. Pretty much.
Well, I got this morning thinking it was going to be iced over, and it was nothing but rain. So,
well, in our part of the country, when it's time, if you want to know what the weather is, look out the window. If you don't like it, give it 10 minutes and look again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Let me know if StreamYard ever allows you to have more than 10 backgrounds for the green screen. Now that the laptop actually works with this and does not stall out in 2 seconds. I mean,
it just chops every other word on you. For me, it is. Of course, I don't know if I've got.
Your audio's real choppy.
well, thank you. It sounds fine to me. Oh well. I still haven't stepped into the 21st century.
Brian K.
What did Brian say?
A big thumbs up. There he is, Brian K. Morris. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for the big heart. And who was it? Oh, John gave us the big thumbs up. Okay, cheat if you want to.
Hey, I'm trying to bump your numbers. You should be thanking me.
Yeah. And Brian says he had a big pucker factor today watching the stream with us.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, when they said loss of signal, MRO, that's when I went, oh shit. We get down to 300 feet and lose it.
And then all of a sudden they said TD.
I went TD, and you went touchdown. I went, yeah.
Tango Delta.
Now, what would have been good is if they went TD, give it 6. That would have been good.
I'd be curious. I can't wait to see some of the data that comes out here in the next couple of days on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really.
By
I want
Monday,
the
it's going to be all over the internet.
They were aiming for getting close to a specific rock, and according to the pictures that they've already got, they missed They missed getting close to it by 35 meters.
That's a first down.
Well, it was a 300 million mile pass, 290 something, 300 million mile pass, and they missed it by 35 meters.
Hey, that's a hit for an 81 millimeter mortar.
Yeah, Brian says he stopped breathing when they announced LOS, and then he really wants to hear the sounds they were talking about about transmitting.
Oh, I
was not kidding. I expect the first sandstorm that rover goes through with the microphones to be epic.
Yeah,
they have 2 microphones on the thing. One is attached to that part that detaches from the rover after they enter the atmosphere, and it listens for the wind noise. Okay, and I don't know what they're listening for, but there's one on that, and then there's another one on the actual lander, and apparently it's actually tied into one of the cameras. Well, like most cell phones are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently they've got it set up where they can aim this thing at the rocks and hit them with this hammer, laser tapper, whatever the heck it is, that pops the rock. And by the sound echoing back, they can tell the composition of the rock. So that's some sort of laser rock sonar kind of thing.
So it's an audio spectrometer. Rather than burning it and looking at the color of smoke, they bounce sound off of it and listen to the sound return, the sonar return.
Something like that. I posted earlier.
Wow. Stephanie will include that in one of her books here next month.
This rover is.
I had a question.
Okay.
The Sky Crane, what happened to it? It had no landing.
Once it drops the rover, it flies off in another direction and essentially crash lands. But
that's what I'm wondering. I knew it had no landing gear, but I was hoping that it could be a secondary lander, basically a home base with a dish going up. Who knows? I didn't know if it was possible, but it had crossed my mind if they had planned that overhead or had that much of a weight allowance.
They've probably already thought about that, and maybe on the 2026 rover, or no, 20.
Good night, baby.
There's going to be a gap. For some reason, the next transfer window will actually be in 2024 instead of 2023.
Yeah. The orbits don't line up perfectly every cycle. Yeah. I don't know how many years it is. I should know because I looked it up for a book that I was reading.
I was wrong. Instead of 2022, it's going to be 2023, and then it switches to the odd years for the next 10, 15 years.
So we don't have to worry about Martian invasion until 2025. I'm getting my heat ray ready now.
But I'll let you answer your question, Dan.
But the problem is, Elon may be there by the time the 2027 rover gets there.
Well, he can take it along then. Put it in his lost luggage compartment.
That's probably what he'll say. Hey guys, I'm headed to Mars. You want me to take it with me?
I got room. I can put it in the trunk of the Tesla. No, he'll take one of the trucks.
Yeah, Brian. Yeah, there will be a mission in 2026 that will go around, collect all the samples into something just a little larger than a basketball and launch it into orbit. And it will maintain orbit until 2028, when a orbiter will collect it and wait for the next return cycle. So in 2030 or whatever, it'll be coming back. He says NASA's been giving him such a nerdgasm. Yes, it was absolutely the big day. Oh, let me unmute it since Brian's back. Alexa, what did you do today?
I told some jokes to lots of folks, and a few of them are even funny.
Alexa, what was the highlight of your day? Alexa, how was your day?
It was A-I-OK. Hope you had a good day.
Oh, well, she was bragging about the Mars lander earlier.
Her cousin, yeah.
Yeah. Brian says he loves my Alexa. He fears his. No, that is a lie, Brian. You do not fear your Alexa. You fear Cookie's Alexa.
I was totally embarrassed when I asked your machine to play that piece of music, and it actually did. I thought you were on your headphones.
Uh, yeah, well,
But
I'm
no.
I'm fixing to take off. I'll be right back. John, that's why I don't like drinking coffee before the show.
You got to do what I
This
do.
is like
Keep a Gatorade bottle under your desk.
or do like I do and just
I
help
filled
every
it
15
up
minutes
already.
go to the restroom. I mean, there's a litter box right outside the door. I don't even have to walk all the way to the bathroom if I don't want to, but my wife is the one that cleans up the litter box, so I figure I better go ahead and use the human litter
This
box.
bathroom break brought to you by Shop Vac.
No, it's more like scoop away. It's a clumping cat litter. So, oh, we got so many cats, and she's going, oh, I wish I never let them in the house. And I go, honey, I told you don't let them in the house. 15 years ago, I told you don't let them in the house. We only had 2, and they were outside. Now we've got 13 left, 14 left out of 20.
You love those
And more-
cats. Don't look at that crap.
More keep walking up. Oh, yeah, I know. I do. That's why I told her not to let them in the house, because I know how I am. If I get attached, it's going to be that much more painful when it's time to get the shovel out of the shed. And I've had to do that.
Wood chipper.
No.
Hey, you think you got problems, pal? We got a 330-pound pig in the backyard.
I'm not making any jokes. If you're attached to
Try
it, you're
digging
not going
that
to be
hole.
you're not going to be making sausage out of that butter.
I've thought about it.
Yeah, well,
We actually, our next door neighbor moved, and when he was moving, he had a chicken coop. So he wound up selling all the chicken coop stuff to a farmer that he knew. Farmer came by to pick up all the chickens and chicken coop stuff like that. Saw our pig in our backyard. Y'all want to sell that? And I was like, nah, he's a pet. But, now that I think about it,
What did the pig do? What did the pig do?
nothing.
just got bigger.
Just got bigger. Yeah.
Now, did y'all see the picture the other day that I posted? It was a year ago that Lily had a bad accident with another dog.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I did not realize how fat that dog has gotten this last year. Before you could just
Inaction
grab her.
will do that to you.
Oh, it wasn't inaction. I've been spoiling her too much.
That's what they all say.
Well, she eats 3 spoonfuls of oatmeal every morning with me.
And 50-pound bag of gravy train every day.
And you were complaining about the cats in the house.
I hate that damn cat. I hate that damn cat. She, honest to God, she can close her eyes and you will lose her in the shadows. She is that black. And she tends to want to walk up behind me as I'm going to the bathroom without turning the hall light on and rubbing my leg.
Between the cat and we had a black pug. Okay. I had to keep a light on downstairs so that I wouldn't kick them as I was walking. They'd be laying in the middle of the floor, and I'd just be walking to the kitchen or something. And wind up kicking them.
I had the hardest time getting Lindsay used to the idea of I need a night light so that I don't trip over pets. Evidently, she was not a nightlight trained person as a child.
Yeah.
But,
Let me ask you a question. This is a question for you guys and for people out listening. If you in the crowd, if you have pets,
in the greater metropolitan area,
have you ever stepped on a coin at night, laying in the floor, and cuss your pet out?
hoping that it wasn't something you'd have to wipe off with a paper towel?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Nope. But I have had many a paper towel moment. Yes.
But
there is nothing like a cold penny on warm carpet and already mad at your pet. Just for that instance, like, oh, damn it. No, that's penny. Okay.
You can tell that with your foot. You are a cheapskate.
Yep.
We put that doggy door in the back door, and one night dogs were going in and out. I came in, and there's this just big pile right in the middle of the dining room, and I'm like, you just went outside. Why didn't you do that out there? I looked at it's a leaf. It blown in when the dogs came back in. It blown in the door.
Lindsay's.
And we got a sycamore tree in the backyard. Those leaves are like, bigger than my head.
Yeah.
So when it was laying when it was all wet and laying in the floor, the leaf it looked like a pile of,
Yep. Lindsay swears she's going to get another of those little plastic trays that you take your boots off outside so that you don't track anything in the house. Put it near the front door where I can take my shoes off when I come in, especially when it's been raining. Because my shoes are leaf magnets, basically. I can walk through and break my feet.
Have you ever seen the thing that's made out of, it's a box, and it's made out of scrub brushes, and the bristles are facing up, and it's lined with like
I have indeed.
And you just run your boots through it to clean all the mud off and everything?
Yeah. I have seen it, but basically, if we could just I don't know. I've got to quit wearing these cheap beach shoes all the time, because once the tread wears off, they just magnetize leaves and whatnot.
Guys, I'm going to give y'all a great hint. Y'all know how I love playing practical jokes.
No, we didn't know that.
I'm going to tell you 3 items that you need to get to play the ultimate practical joke on people. Great stuff. Rust-Oleum, rusty metal primer, and clear enamel paint. You can make the sizes whatever you want and just leave it laying around.
And it looks like a meadow muffin.
Yeah. I made one time. I got to know my neighbor back, which would be that way on the lower side of me. Me and him got along, had great fun. And then one day I thought, what the hell? I made one up. Of course, I made it, it was like 12 inches around and about 3 or 4 inches high.
A deluxe cow patty.
Yeah. And then put it beside his car door, inside his fence. And waited.
You
He
are
said
mad, bad, and dangerous to know, Joe Dog.
it was so funny because he walked around, he looked, he stopped, he looked, and then he started looking off in the distance.
Looking for the webcam.
No, I said, well, and then he got a stick and then flipped it over and he looked up at the house and just shot me a bird, shot the house a bird. Of course, I was in the forest screaming at that time. I said, what were you looking for? He goes, all I was looking for is whatever left it. If it was still hanging around.
Sasquatch. Oh Lord.
I said, why?
I had a good one last week. I had to open the back door from the kitchen to the dog pen and try and get one of the cats to come in because she had an injured foot and we didn't want to leave her outside. There's a raccoon eating cat food inside the dog pen. It stands up with this big old child. I mean, it stood to my waist. We're talking, this is an old raccoon. And I go,
yeah.
You're kitty kid. Hey, you ain't a kitty. And he goes, oops, exit. Stay. Went off to the corner of the dog pen, up the chain link fence, 6 feet, down the chain link fence, took off one of the palm fronds, my palm tree outside the fence, and bolted for the woods. And I go, yeah, you'll be back as soon as the damn door. If there's a grain of cat food left, you'll be back.
Well, I asked my neighbor, I said, what were you afraid of? He goes, well, I am sort of an arborist and an outdoorsman, right? I said, yeah. He goes, that looked like black bear poop.
Now, one of my next door neighbors had a koi pond. I say had, because one day they got up and went out to look at fish and there weren't any. But there were bear tracks all the way around the pond. They had no idea we had bear in the woods back here. I mean, we've got deer, we've got coyotes, we've got foxes, we've got wolves, and they had no idea there were a bear. Got wild pigs. I mean, we're out in the sticks here. I mean, we can't even get the Saturday night Grand Ole Opry until Thursday afternoon.
Yeah.
Talk about a light leg.
Oh.
11 minutes ain't a long time when you're waiting on Porter Wagner.
Oh. Sorry, guys, I'm hurting. Starting to act up on me.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for copious amounts of leave, I'd be moaning in pain myself.
Oh, so we need to talk about someone off air in the convention scene.
Okay.
I think I spoke with John about it already.
Well, you haven't spoken with me about it, and if it's something I need to know, then I need to know it.
Yeah, but you need to know it. It's about one of the LibertyCon family. Or have you already seen the post?
Boast. Okay, now I know who it is. Post. Oh, okay. Yeah. I have been following Connie's updates about her husband.
Yeah, that's it.
Quite as much as I possibly can. Last thing I saw, they had to roll him over and increase the oxygen dosage through the
Yeah.
intubation.
Yeah,
And
that's it.
it's not looking good. And we're praying.
Yep. Oh.
And that's gonna hurt if he doesn't recover.
No.
I mean, not the least it's gonna hurt is us. Her, I'm really worried about
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
because I've been there, so I know what that feeling is like.
Yeah, let's find something else to talk about. Let's talk about bright up happy things. Like
Thought you were gonna say Brian Epstein. What's happy about Brian Epstein? Unless you like looking up through the bottom of the swimming pool. Okay, tough for him. Beatles joke. You don't. Well, shouldn't have been a trivia.
okay. Well shoot. I've run out of
I
stuff
have.
to talk about.
Oh well, you remember I posted on Uncle Carl's humor group about them. If anybody in Rising Tide wanted
Oh yeah.
a theme song, I'm trying to throw stuff together. I think I put a fifth one together last night, if not a sixth. And it was so dark. There were so many. Evidently, my music program does not like the hardware in the new computer. The 5-year-old computer. The last two upgrades to the music program have not worked very well. The newest one that I did this week is working. Okay. It takes a long time to save something and to mix it down and turn it into an audio file and to load something they've already done takes forever. I pretty have to start it before I go to bed and hope it's finished by the time I get home from work. But I've got stuff that it's like 8 minutes long. I want to chop out the middle 7 minutes and make it into a 1 minute demo piece and throw it together. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks, I'll have the album out of this stuff, and I'll put it on Bandcamp where people can listen to it and go, "Ooh, I like that. Can I use it?" Sure. Grab it. Give me credit.
Okay.
I'm going to have to run off and eliminate some beer and get another one. I'll be right back.
All right, Dan. Sitting here trying to track some stuff down. I lost a tab. So what is that? Oh shoot, I forgot the name. Metallica?
No, this is Iron Maiden.
Oh, Iron Maiden.
This
Okay,
is
yeah.
This is from a concert poster that they had from their Somewhere in Time album.
Yeah.
And that was the Somewhere on Tour poster. And I've got that down in the garage. I just don't know I don't know what condition it's in.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris asked about Mars Donuts. Chris, if you go back and watch the opening to Stupid O'Clock, Lewis had one of them. So, and he gave his review of it. So you need to tune in and see what he had to say about it.
Mars Donut.
It didn't look as good as the ones in the pictures. And I'm fighting a sneeze.
Go ahead and sneeze. We won't. Yeah.
It's one of those, it's coming, but it ain't quite there yet. So you try to soldier on. Oh, John, I am now a Bitcoin owner.
Congratulations.
Somebody gave me $5 worth of Bitcoin about 3 weeks ago, and it's now worth $8.50. So it's made $3.50 without doing anything.
You know, those coin machines, the Coinstar machines they have at the grocery store.
Yeah.
You can buy Bitcoins on those.
Hmm.
I have no idea how it works, but
I don't either.
it sounds suspiciously like, yeah, put your money in the hat and watch what we turn it into. You know, I just
Well, I was watching one of these scammer videos, and this guy was explaining why they're wanting the Walmart gift cards. You know, the Nigerian scammers wanting the
yeah.
Walmart gift cards. Well, what happens is you can buy Bitcoin with the Walmart gift card.
Ah,
And then you can turn around and sell your Bitcoin for whatever the Nigerian denomination is. Yeah, there it is. The Mars donut.
there we go. Yeah, they don't taste as good as they look.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what that's the secret for the why they're wanting the Walmart gift cards. There's
So the
Daniel.
Nigerian denomination is Episcopalian.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why they're wanting the Walmart gift cards, is because they can
From
buy
all the
Bitcoin.
emails they sent me, I could have sworn they were Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah. No, what they do is with the Walmart gift card is turn around and buy Bitcoin with it. And then they turn around and sell the Bitcoin for the Nigerian money.
Yep, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have any of that in my coin collection. I've never run across it. I don't think they've had a stable government long enough for the stuff to actually get to the United States.
Yeah.
Probably another one of those African countries that uses U.S. dollars.
Do what?
It's probably another one of those African countries that uses U.S. dollars.
Yeah, by the wheelbarrow. A loaf of bread costs 150 pounds of $100 bills.
Oh, did you hear they were talking about how bad it is in Texas that people were busting up their furniture to keep warm?
Well, that happened in the 20s.
Yeah. Now, do you remember the movie The Day After Tomorrow?
Yep.
Yes, I just watched it recently. Yes.
Where they were in whatever the New York Library. It's got some other name to it.
Yeah,
The big
New York Public Library.
New York Public Library. And they get up like on the 4th floor where the fireplace is. And they decide, we got to keep warm. The fireplace works. Let's burn the books. What about all them damn oak chairs downstairs?
No, I love the one kid's answer. They're arguing about which books to burn, which ones were worthless and which ones they couldn't burn.
Yeah.
He says, hey, there's an entire section over here on tax law. We can burn that.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever going to read it again. Oh, Lord.
But would it make more sense to you? Okay, yeah, use a few books to get the fire started, but you've got this 150-year-old oak furniture downstairs.
It's actually cured out.
That's cured out and dry.
And varnished.
Yeah. How well would that stuff burn?
It'd probably go pretty fast, actually.
And hot.
Well, the chimney of that fireplace has been cleaned out so it's not full of soot and a fire hazard. Otherwise, the entire building goes up, and the temperature of the city goes up by a degree, but not much else. Oh,
That's
yeah.
the fallacies I find inside. There's just some common sense things. Would you
Yeah,
burn the
but
books?
no, the writers are doing that for effect, and
Yeah, there were a lot
that
of problems that made.
yeah,
Uh,
they were
we'll give you an
they
example.
shooting for the things that would be right there, a spear in the heart sort of thing.
Like the fuel freezing in the lines on the helicopter. That wouldn't happen. And then, see, what was the other one? Very end of the movie, the guy on the space station is looking down and says, I've never seen the sky so clear. He's looking down at the United States and Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay. Half the United States has evacuated to Mexico and is burning anything they can to stay warm. They're burning tires and everything else, and the sky has never been more clear.
I have been on a tractor driving a burning tire around a 50-acre field in order to burn off the underbrush, and that was after plowing a 20-foot fire break around the entire field. No, burning tires make a lot of smoke.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you, a tire is hard as hell to get lit. Even harder to put out.
Oh, once you get it lit, it ain't going out without the volunteer fire department showing up with about 3 trucks.
And that's just one tire.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Was it in Texas? There was an entire, I want to say junkyard, full of nothing but old tires that somehow or another somebody set on fire, and it burned uncontrollably for at least 3 days. We're talking about 20 acres of tires.
Yeah, why don't you start at the outside and start pulling tires away from the pile that aren't on fire?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just get track hose and they just start digging and throwing. Oh, I watch some of these things, how they do some of these. No.
Well, it's some of the stuff is filmed as if all of a sudden common sense has been stricken from reality.
Yeah. Now, we're talking about fires. I actually had to work a brush fire one time. You think, how they use the rakes to pull, they fight the fire with the rake. You don't pull away from the fire. You push to it.
And just so you know,
clear a perimeter around it.
Yeah.
Nigeria's currency is the Naira.
Nara. Okay.
Oh, and
isn't that a snake out in India?
It's kind of Russian backed, by the way, which explains why they got so many internet scammers. So,
really?
But they do a lot of business with the United States, so figure that one out.
Mostly by email. It's all those princes.
They do have a lot of them.
Oh,
Yes.
Did you hear that the current government went in and froze all the bank accounts that deal with Bitcoin?
Whose government?
Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
No,
they didn't freeze; they seized them.
Oh, that's even better. That'll irritate a bunch of people.
Oh yeah. Oh, have y'all watch a lot of YouTube?
A reasonable amount, yes.
Define a lot.
Have you seen the Ryan Reynolds Mint Mobile commercials?
No,
Maybe.
I've been watching stuff. I've been watching stuff that's material for Lord of the Rings here lately.
Well, Ryan Reynolds is a big investor in Mint Mobile now. And he said, this is so and so. 15 years ago, he bought $500 or mined $500 worth of Bitcoin. It's now worth $280 million. The problem is he's forgot his password. We at Mint Mobile feel so sorry for him that we want to try to ease his pain. And they hand him an envelope, and the guy opens it up and he goes, and it starts bleeping it out. It says, yeah, we gave him 1 year free of Mint Mobile. And he's going, $15 a month is supposed to make me happy over a $250 million.
Well, there's always the reset your password option. As long as you don't have to remember your old password in order to reset the new one.
But get this, Mint Mobile's new mascot is a heart-shaped drone to look like Deadpool.
That's definitely an arrow to the head moment.
Oh, do you know
Which for
Ryan
Deadpool is
Reynolds
not that. Yeah.
You know he actually has possession of the Deadpool costume.
I wouldn't doubt it. He'd have possession of the Green Lantern costume if it wasn't CGI. You know, I wish that movie had not bombed. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, guys,
everybody else seems to hate it.
I hate to break this, guys, but guess what?
Have we been? Oh, yeah. It's almost midnight.
Yep. Yeah, we just run this show for 55 minutes, and we're at, we don't even have time to play the almost end of the show.
Yeah, we do.
Nah.
Your counter says 53:31. So there's time for it.
Well, we're not going to do with it.
Okay. Well, so you just said that instead of wasting 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's just the three of us. I mean, nobody's watching.
Yeah. So, well, somebody's watching.
Brian K. Morris and Willow Schuyler. There's somebody.
Yeah, they're definitely somebody.
Yeah, Chris Walker's still there. I do not know what network Mint uses. Thanks, Brian. We appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow, 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. God, 10 p.m. Brian, could you imagine doing a 10 p.m. version of Nevermind the Furthermore? Let's not even talk about it again. That will never be mentioned again. I'm sorry.
Even Joe Dog would not be sober at that time of night.
Yeah. So with that, I'm going to say goodnight, everybody. We got to go.
Good evening, friends.
You got to go. Okay.